Morning. Let me shake out that morning word. Hello, what's up? How you doing, y'all? Do I have any takers? We got a few minutes here. If and when somebody jumps in and can ping me that you can hear me okay, that would be great. I'm going to mute you for 1 sec. Hey, yo. Oh, thank you. Good morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Thank you. Hey, Mindy, what's up? How you doing, girl? Those kids of yours, we miss you. Been forever, been too long. Does the headset sound good, ladies? Those of you that are quick to respond, I mean, can you hear me okay? So we got a couple minutes, 3 minutes, and we'll get started. I am here currently in the humble offices of Center Copy Printing. I just thought I'd create a little extra space. Kristen, if you end up dipping into this, you'll get a kick out of this. But you know, of course, you got to start off with a little foam roller. You know, work out the soft tissue. I know I preach a lot of discipline, and I don't always practice it, but it definitely goes a long way in terms of improving your ability to function and how your body moves, aka how to have less pain over the course of your life. We'll get started here shortly. You know, anybody want me to do a foam rolling class? I certainly have been thinking about it as I've been spending time up on it. Let's see, so just another minute or two and we'll get started. My name is Randy. You'll see me on Facebook as Ripple Randy, and I kind of take that nickname. It's what I actually gave to myself, and if anything I can hope for in my life is to ripple forward positive energy and love, and it's a choice. You know, we all have the ability to make this choice. And there are rhythms that you can cultivate which better help your ability, my ability, of course. I mean, that's my only chance to make a difference is the choices that I can make. So jumping into this session this morning, I'm going to steer clear of the music because sometimes on a clock adds its own, especially if there are beginners out there, but we'll just be working through the melodic sounds of the one tone of my voice. And I'm going to mirror your practices today, so, you know, just, you know, be patient with me. I'm improving, like all of us, always able to grow in whatever direction we choose. So, with that being said, I think I'll give you another 60 seconds to get in here. I hope the camera angle is acceptable. You know, a couple things. So, like, if you know, if I attempt a handstand, which is something that I'm also working on in my practice, like, that doesn't mean you have to attempt a handstand. I mean, some of you probably be in handstands for half the class, for which I'm just, you know, excited to have a good goal to reach towards. as we all should. So make sure that as you move through today's sequence, you just be you. Do whatever feels good for your body, and don't ever hesitate to send me feedback, because in this time of isolation, you know, I don't get as much as we could use, and definitely want to make this as good as possible for you. So with that being said, back to your mat. We'll start in child's pose. So when you're with me, just kind of shift your body with me right now. So it's your left shoulder that's forward. We'll sit back on your heels. Your knees are out wide, and then walk your arms forward and set your head down. Simply start to breathe, and I'm hoping that this headset gives you all a chance to hear my breath. As deep in and as deep out as your body allows. And then start to inch your hands forward as you open up some space. And even as you reach longer forward, your shoulder blades, they're actually getting closer to your spine. There's an outward rotation. They spiral down your back. Spread your fingertips out wide. And this melodic breath, this breath which sounds like the tide in the ocean, it's something we can all cultivate. It's in through the nose, out through the nose. Ujjayi pranayama. And we'll take just a couple more rounds of breath. Now as you move through practice, always remember your inhale breath is going to bring those things in your life that you choose to manifest closer and more attainable. And when you exhale, you've got toxins, you've got fear, you've got doubt, you've got confusion. And your exhale just lets those things which don't serve you melt away into the floor, into the ground, into your support beneath you. Good. One more breath to seal it in. Big breath out, let it go. Inhale, come forward to tabletop pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees, and then just start to move. So maybe toes are tucked, maybe not. Maybe you lift your toes up off the mat. Could barrel roll, shoulders, hips. Some cat-cows, maybe, if that's what feels good to you. And just do you. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you've not heard these postures, that's okay as well. And you'll be able to watch this again and check out some other things. So cat pose, inhale, let your stomach fall, shift your gaze toward the sky, but make sure to bring your heart forward. Exhale is cat, curling around, chin to chest. Inhale for cow pose, grip the mat with your fingertips, press it away. And exhale, chin to chest, curling round. Breath in for length. Exhale, curl and round. Your next inhale breath, settle back to stillness, and then send your hips high for downward facing dog. So bend your knees here as much as you need to, no problem there. Now, option to pedal out your feet, bend your knees side to side, and you'll notice as you do, as you ground deeply into both hands, you can continue to work your hips up a little bit higher. Now let your head hang heavy here. This is not an exercise for neck strength. More surrender there. Pull your shoulders down your back. And then come to stillness and downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath. if you can find something new with each. Good. With your next exhale, tiptoe your big toes to touch. Inhale, send your right leg up high into the sky. Now when your right leg goes high, let your left heel soften down towards the mat. Deep breath in, lift a little higher up and out of your left hip. Good, and then exhale, step through low lunge. Drop your left knee down. Inhale, rise up for crescent moon. So crescent moon here, hug your lower ribs in. Draw your tailbone down to stand up a little bit taller, and then soften into your right front quad. Maybe lift your toes up off the mat. Square your hips, bring your left hip forward, pull your right hip back, and then find more length, reach high to the sky. Deep breath in. Good. Exhale, plant your hands down and walk your hips back for half splits. So soft bend into your right front knee here. Pull your toes back towards your face. Continue to square your hips, but like the tide in the ocean, inhale, lift, lengthen, and then exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Again, inhale, breath in, ride that wave, and then exhale, surrender. One more. Good, exhale, fold, and then inhale, come forward, right, rise back up to your lunge, and step back, right leg back to meet your left. And we'll move through a push-up. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, lower down. Breath in for strength, rise up to downward facing dog, so strong. Reset your dog. Second side here. Inhale, send your left leg up. Again, remember you're going to let your right heel settle down. Up and out of your right hip, reach a little higher. And then exhale, step through low lunge. Drop your right knee down. Bring your hands up onto your left thigh. And it's the same cue second side here. Hug your ribs in. Arms reach high. Good. Sink forward into your front knee as you open up your right front line. How's your breath? As deep in and as deep out. Good. Next exhale, plant your hands down, walk your hips back, half splits. And there's even a little twist almost right here. So towards your left, walk your right hand across your mat. And then again, like waves, you can picture what they look like. Good. One more breath out. Inhale, come on back forward, step back, and again, lower down. Exhale, inhale for a push-up, breath in to downward facing dog. So always remember, child's pose where we were at the beginning is a place you can go if you need a little break. Inhale, look to your hands, and then exhale, travel forward for ragdoll, forward fold. Bring hands outside your hip width distance apart. Hands to opposite elbow creases and let your head hang heavy. Now spiral your knees outward as you plug the four corners of both feet into the ground. You'll feel space create there. Bring your belly button all the way to your thighs. Bend your knees as much as you need to accomplish this. Maybe you want to sway a little side to side. Maybe it's a little bounce. Wherever you are, tension, releasing off of your shoulders, past your neck. Good. One more breath in. And then exhale, release your hands down. Heel toe your big toes to touch. Inhale, rise all the way up, one vertebra at a time. Mountain pose, arms high. Breath in, stand tall. So similar when we were in that crescent moon pose, your ribs are in, your heart is lifting, your core is active, your tailbone is scooping, your knees are spiraling, your toes are softening. I'm not even supposed to use ings. Too many ings is not good, so I'm going to let go of the ings. Breath in for length, and then exhale, forward fold. 3 times, halfway lift, press your hands, lift your heart. Exhale, fold. 2 more. Lead with the back of your heart more so than the back of your head. Exhale. Breath in. And then plant your hands. Chaturanga down. So inhale, hinge forward. No further than halfway. Hug your elbows to your ribs. Press your feet down. Breath in. Upward facing dog. Lift your heart. Pull your shoulders down your back. Exhale to downward facing dog. So, we get through some chaturangas. You can kind of play around. You can add on to them. There'll be kicks. There'll be skips. It's all good, whatever you choose to do. So Sun A right there, which counts our half splits. We'll flow twice. 1 breath to 1 movement. Breath in, right leg high. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Crescent moon, drop your left knee down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, walk your hips back. Half splits. We'll stay for 1 breath. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold deep. Breath in to low lunge. Exhale, back, high plank. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, lower down. Breath in, plank pose, rise up to downward facing dog. So strong. Left leg high. Step through, low lunge. Crescent moon, right knee falls. Inhale. Plant your hands, half splits. 1 full round of breath for length and depth. Let it go. Inhale, low lunge. Step back, high plank. Hinge forward, lower down, push up to downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, travel. Hop, step, or float. Breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold deep. Mountain pose, grow tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for length. Chaturanga, high to low. Maybe step, maybe float back. Inhale, up to downward facing dog. Be mindful of the space. Sometimes I throw myself off the mat. Couple breaths. We'll flow 1 last time through your Sun A. 1 more deep breath out. Inhale, right leg high. Low lunge, step through. Crescent moon, rise up. Half splits, walk them back. Inhale forward for length. Surrender deeper for depth. Inhale to low lunge. Back to high plank. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale to the mat. Breath in, rise up to downward facing dog. Left leg high. Step through. Crescent moon. Half splits. Breath out. 1 round. Soften deeper. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, back, high plank. Fire up your core. Inhale, hinge forward. And then exhale, lower down. Breath in, rise up to downward facing dog. Nice job, yogis. Walk it out. Reconnect to your breath. We'll move forward from here. If you ever need to take your knees, if you chaturanga on your knees, no worries, all good. You can skip altogether. The point is finding your edge wherever you are in your practice. One more deep breath out. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, hop, step, or float. Halfway lift for length. Fold deep. Chair pose, sit low. So send your hips back. Reach your arms forward. Now hug your ribs here, scoop your tailbone down. Same cues, y'all. Gently spiral your pinkies inward. Drop your hips just an inch or maybe even 2 deeper. One more deep breath in. Exhale, airplane arms. Shine your palms down. So as you bring your arms back, fire your triceps up, but keep lifting your heart a little higher. If you want to take drinking bird, you can lift both heels up off the mat. And when you've got both heels and you're squeezing everything in, maybe sit a little deeper. How's your breath? 3, 2, heels down, breath in, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Your choice, high to low. Maybe skip, maybe add. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Nice job. Inhale, send your right leg high. Ripple forward, knee to nose, hug it in. Breath in, grow long. Ripple forward, tap your left tricep. Breath in, kick high. Cross it under to the other side. I think I messed that up. Inhale for length. Right leg steps through. Low lunge. Nice job. Crescent lunge. Rise up. So notice your right knee stacked over your right ankle. Shoulders tracking directly above your hips. Squaring forward. Left hip forward. Right hip presses back. Strong in your back left leg here. Take your arms up high. Soften your shoulders down. Deep breath in for length. Exhale. Airplane arms lunge. So you've got one line of energy. Engage your core. Soften the toes on your front foot. It's the back of your left heel through the crown of your skull. One more breath out. Inhale, rocket ship your arms for strength. Good. Now you could modify. Palms could be at heart center. You could skip all together. One more deep breath in. And then exhale, warrior 2. Open up. Nice. So your left foot in the back, right? Glue the outside edge down. Deepen forward into your front knee, but keep your shoulders back over your hips. You're not leaning out here. You're softening the quad on your right leg. Scissoring your inner leg line together to pull length from the floor beneath you. Extending your arms. And then softening your shoulder blades to touch. Deep breath out. Inhale, star pose. And then exhale, horse or goddess. Y'all know who y'all are. So soften the grip with your toes. Your knees work to the walls behind you. Lift your heart. Each breath, that wave, it's flowing through you. Good. We'll do have a little fun to reunite with some of y'all. So scoop your hips forward, right? Lift your heart up a little higher, and then sit a little deeper. Maybe 2 more. Hips forward, heart higher, sit deeper. You got this. Sensation, hips forward, heart higher, Because you're strong, breath in, rise up. Good, extended side angle to the back of your mat. So it's your right arm reaching forward. Still 90 degrees in your back leg. That is your left knee. Soften the grip with your toes on your left foot. Grounded through the outside edge of your right foot on the back of your mat. Good. One more deep breath out. Inhale, reverse warrior. So maintain depth in your back knee. Nice job, yogis. Stay with it. Open up space on your left side. Maybe take a half bind, right arm behind your back, or maybe just down on your right hip. Deep breath for length. And then exhale, cartwheel down. If you've got a little kick, you could take it. Or, good, upward facing dog to downward facing dog, rinse it out. You know, sometimes these sequences, the body just goes. You also, if my cueing, you know, if I skip, if I feel like I'm going fast, hang in there. Here we go, left leg, send it high. Good, ripple forward, knee to nose, stack shoulders over wrists, hug in. Inhale, again, kick high. This time tap your left tricep. Breath in for length. Cross it under, tap the right, claw the mat. Inhale. Low lunge, step through. Crescent lunge, root down to rise up. Right now, so what we got here, we got your right hip. Your right leg is pressing strong to square it. Your left knee, deepen forward into your left foot. Your core all the while supporting everything that you're doing. Arms up high. One more breath for length. Good, exhale, airplane arm lunge, hinge forward. So your core is keeping your belly button off your thigh. And if you needed to drop your back knee, you can do it. Deepen forward, soften into your left knee. One more breath out, inhale, rocket ship your arms, engage your core. How's your breath? So your feet should be on train tracks. Not a tightrope, y'all. If you're having trouble balancing, maybe try there. Good. One more deep breath in. Good. Exhale, open up. Warrior 2. Hello again. Yo. Heel to inner arch alignment. Maybe heel to heel for your feet. Again, shoulders over hips. So when I move, the whole package goes. Hands in. So strong. Good. Outside edge of your right foot in the back. Deepen in right to your front knee. And then let's extend our arms. Now pull your shoulder blades together as your arms reach further apart. One more breath out. Inhale. We're star pose, y'all. See what I mean? And then exhale. Again, sit deep, second side. This time we'll rinse it out. Bring your thumbs to your inner thighs. Deep breath in for length. And then exhale, twist. Let's take it to your left. Inhale back through center. And then let's twist, leverage over to the right. Inhale, return. Couple more rounds. Rinse it out. Breath in. And then let it go. So when we flow back here, one more each side. But when we flow, we'll simply sit low one time. Breath in, return. And then the last side here. Back through center, star pose. Extended side angle. This is to the front. Here we go. So leverage your heart towards the sky. Use your right elbow. Maybe the right hand comes all the way to the ground. Maybe it's up here. You're no less a yogi or no more. Each breath carries you forward. Each exhale, there's new space to move into. Ooh, a back pop right there. Sorry you couldn't hear that. One more breath out. Inhale, reverse warrior. Recommit to your lunge, y'all. You're stronger than you think. Open up space all along this right front side. Deepen forward into your right knee. Your right knee is pressing to the outside edge of your right foot. Don't let it collapse in. One more breath for length. And then exhale, cartwheel down. Maybe you've got a kick, maybe or not. Get myself back on the mat and meet in downward facing dog. Cool, so check this out. We'll flow twice. One breath to one movement there. Like I said, when we hit that middle posture, it's just to sit low, but sit as deep as you can. See if you can sit a little deeper each time. Let's sync up your breath. Exhale, let everything go. Inhale, fill up. Deep open mouth. Energy releasing, exhale, breath. Seal it up. Inhale. And exhale out your nose. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top, hop, step, or float. Breath in for length. Exhale, fold deep. Chair pose, sit low, breath in. Exhale, airplane arms, option to lift your heels. Chair pose, forward fold. Halfway lift, your choice, chaturanga, high to low. Inhale up, exhale back. Send your right leg high. Hug it in, knee to nose. Breath in for length. Tap your right tricep, give it a tap. Inhale, breath in. Cross it under, tap your left. Three-legged dog, and then low lunge, step through. Crescent lunge, rise up. Exhale, airplane arms. Send them forward for length like a rocket. Exhale, open up for warrior two. Star pose, shine bright. Sit low, horse or goddess. Breath in. Extended side angle to the back. Good. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel down. High to low. Single leg style is your ekapada to downward facing dog. Right leg high. Left leg high rather. Ripple forward. Knee to nose. Breath in. Tap your left tricep. Give it a kiss. Inhale for length. Cross it under. Tap your left. Breath in. Step through. Low lunge. Crescent lunge. Breath in. Exhale, airplane arms. Hinge forward. With strength, rocket ship. Breathe in. Warrior two. Open up. Star pose. Shine. Sit low. As deep as you can. Breath in, rise up. Exhale, extended side angle to the front. Inhale, reverse. Cartwheel down, high to low. Good. Breath in to downward facing dog. 3 breaths, and we'll go one more time. Close your eyes for an added challenge. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, hop, step, or float. Halfway for length. Fold deep. Chair pose, sit low. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Your vinyasa, you choose, yogis. You got this. Inhale up to downward facing dog. Right leg high. Knee to nose. Breath in. Tap your right tri for length. Rinse it out, cross it under. Inhale, low lunge, step through. Breath in, crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale for length. Exhale, open up. Warrior 2. Star pose. Feet open. Horse or goddess, sit low. Breath in. Extended side angle to the back. Reverse warrior. Cartwheel down. Take up space. Inhale up. Exhale back. Left leg high. Knee to nose. Breath in. Kiss your right tri. For length. Cross it under. Inhale. Step through. Crescent lunge. Airplane arms. Hinge. Inhale for length. Exhale, open. Warrior 2, star pose. Sit low. Breath in. Extended side to the front. Reverse warrior. Cartwheel down. Good. Breath in. And back. So strong, y'all. Drop your knees. Sit back on your heels. Take a child's pose and reconnect with your breath. So it's always something with me, but I didn't even check the time. So let me just see where we're at. Okay. We're about halfway. Just a little longer. I'm going to just make sure I know where we're going. If you need water, take it. It's all good. Meet me back, downward facing dog, on your mat. So believe it or not, and it's been years, it literally has been years. It feels like only since this past year, 10 years at least, right? So, that I'm starting to get this posture, and it's been in every class I've taken over the course of those 10 years. So if you're not there yet, it's okay. Always good to have somewhere to go. Nice work. Inhale, send your right leg up high. Exhale, step through all the way, low lunge. So we're going to take a warrior 1 here. Breath in, rise up. Okay, so for warrior 1, you can shimmy your stance, shift a little bit, right? Maybe widen it, left and right edges of your mat wide, but then also a little more narrow. It'll help you with a little more movement in your hips, right? And then that way you can have somewhere to go, right? And then you're working to getting your hips square, arms up high, deep and forward, nice. So we're going to take an Exalted Warrior here. You can do this any number of ways. You can start to cactus your arms a little bit. If you want a little more support, you can drop your right hand down onto the back of your left thigh. Scoop your tailbone underneath to support your low back. Notice your breath flowing through you as you stay deep in your front knee. One more deep breath out, and then inhale again. And then this time we'll take a twisting revolve. Yes. Warrior 1. Bring your left elbow outside your right knee. Bring your right palm into your left. Now if you can, stay in the outside edge of your back foot. Not too much more by way of standing postures here. So stay strong. And since we're here, you can either stay put, you could drop down to a back knee, you could square your back foot, all sorts of places you go. But we're going to take revolved half moon. Shift your gaze down. Release your left hand out in front of your right foot. Inhale forward, lifting up and out of your right hip. And take your right arm up high. Now stay strong in your back left leg. Flex your toes, pull them back and send your heel a little bit longer. It'll help you twist. Nice job, yogis. So strong. Good. One more deep breath in for length. And then exhale, forward fold at the top of your space. Breath in, halfway lift. Now you choose how you make your way down. You could high to low. You could cobra or upward facing dog. You could also skip altogether if you really felt like you wanted to. We'll switch out second side. Inhale, send your left leg high. And then step through low lunge. Spiral your right heel down. And then remember, so I'll show you this one from the back. Feet a little wider. Maybe your stance a little more narrow. Totally cool. In fact, wherever you feel like you have more movement in your hips, start there. And then work extension from there. Rather than never getting there, nice deep and forward. Stay in the outside edge of your back foot. It's like a kickstand for your torso. Each time your heart's lifting, your tailbone scooping, send your arms high. Nice. Again, each breath, even if it's just the littlest of bits, you can find a change. When you press from your belly all the way through your torso, when you reach beyond your fingertips and beyond your toes, good. One more in. Then we'll kind of move towards that exalted. Drop your left hand behind to your right back thigh. If you want to extend out of your front knee to soften into this pose, that's okay. Each breath, your heart lifts a little higher. Still work depth in your front knee. One more for length. Breath in. Good, and then exhale. We'll hinge forward your right arm. Hook it around the outside edge of your left leg. So if you need to, you can square your back foot to take pressure out of your back knee. Sometimes it's that adjustment of stance that makes the difference. Each exhale, leverage your twist a little higher. Shift your gaze where you are trying to go. Nice. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release your gaze down. This time, right hand in front of your left foot. Inhale, launch forward, up and out of your left hip. Take your left arm high. Revolved half moon. Now, I don't have the bind in my practice. I know some of you do. It's a knee bend with a reach for the ankle type experience. Maybe even from the balance posture. Always somewhere to go. Good. One more for length. Forward fold is your release. So this time we'll take a gorilla pose. Bring your feet hip width distance apart. Soften your toes. Spiral your knees open. Remember, create space for your hips. Bend your knees so much you can slide the palms of your hands underneath your feet. Let your head hang heavy, and so you can massage out your wrists here by wiggling your toes. If you want more sensation, you can start to use your biceps to pull. Elbows will track out wide. Shift weight forward into the balls of your feet. Good, and then release your hands one at a time. Heel toe your big toes to touch. And then rise one at a time all the way back up to standing. So strong. Okay. We got one more standing sequence, and then we'll make our way down. We'll take a little balance work, so just remember this is all about rooting down into the floor beneath you with your down leg. Okay, so bring your right knee into your stomach. Lift your heart up just a little bit higher. And as you press down and you scoop your hips under, you can just feel the energy pull length in your spine. I mean, and it's hard to keep that locked in. I mean, you kind of fall out of it, you lose train of thought. So just you can come back just by pressing down. Nice. Maybe arms are up high. If you want to extend your front leg, you can. Again, remember each breath is a chance to find something new. One more for length. Exhale, full airplane is your transition. Arms fly to the sky. Up and out of your left hip, y'all, to square your right hip down. Stay strong in your back leg, lift your heart, but keep your gaze neutral. Aim to hinge at your hips. See if you can find 90 degrees. One more deep breath in. Standing splits be your release. Good. Surrender into your left front leg. Mine's on fire. I don't know about yours. How's your breath is the question. One more for length. Forward fold. Nice job. Inhale one at a time. Ooh. I might just shake that out a little bit because it needed it. Great job. Second side. So bring your, how are we here? Right here. Bring your left knee in. So same thing to start with. Make sure you're good on the ground first. And no matter your level here, you can go to many different places. So if we're not forward enough, you just do your thing. Maybe extend your front leg. You could take your arms up high. Again, but just ground down through your right standing leg, even so much that you soften the grip with your toes. Scoop your tailbone under. Take charge with your core. Good. Stand up a little taller. Lift a little higher. Up and out of your right hip. Extend there. And with your next exhale breath. Full airplane. So the storm is taking place inside your body. The calm of the storm is in your breath, in your mind. Good, one more. So strong. Standing splits, softening. Breathe. Good. Sit your left foot down. One at a time, rise up. Nice job. Breath in for length. Mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your palms. Step back for high plank. Good. Hinge forward and lower down onto your stomach. We'll do a little spine strengthening here. Cobra Pose will be where we lead off. Press the tops of your feet down. Soften your shoulder blades down and away from your ears. Inhale, lift up. Now your feet are pressing so much so that your knees are lifted up off the mat. Maybe a little to no weight in your hands. Your spine muscles are strong. Engage your core. Hug in. Lift up and then exhale. Lower down. Sit your left knee down. Look right. Arms to your side. Palms facing up. You can always windshield wiper out your legs. And this is one of those lovely in-studio classes where the teacher would come give you some amazing assist. Bring your palms back to center. This time interlace your fingers at your low back. Feet come to hip width distance here. Inhale, lift your heart. Send your legs high, but your legs long as well. When you feel like you can't lift any higher, send your legs a little bit forward, or back, further rather. Lift up, engage your core, breath in for length. Good, and then exhale down. Look left. Or opposite. Wherever you had gone, side one. I hope you can hear me down here. Good, chin back to center, arms out to a T. Full locust, inhale, lift your heart, lift your legs. Spread your toes out wide, soften your shoulder blades in. They'll help lift your heart a little bit higher. Keep your gaze neutral. Right down the bridge of your nose, breath in for length, and then exhale again. Lower down for a sigh, surrender. Good, last one here, floor bow, bend both knees. And if you just take this as like a quad stretch, if you can grab both ankles and just ground your hips down, totally good posture. Totally better to start there, but even before you lift, soften your shoulders down. Make the conscious adjustment. With your inhale, lift your heart, kick your legs. Good. Now if you lift up high enough, you may start to tilt forward, and that's okay. Stay grounded down through the points of your hips. Good, lift up just a little bit higher for 3, 2, lower down with control. Second side, gaze, right ear down, look left. Good, back through center. Press your hands in and your hips all the way back up to that child's pose that you took at the beginning of class. Maybe roll your neck, your head side to side. And we'll start to slow things down from here. But don't lose presence with your breath. Good. One more deep breath out. Good. Inhale, come forward to all fours, and then swivel around to a seated position. Facing forward, so just face me right here in the camera. I'll do my best here on the second side. But we're going to work for like a half lotus with a fold here. Half lotus, because I can't do full lotus yet. So if you got full lotus in your fold, do your thing, of course. But you can do this by just simply either maybe sitting up on a block. I've got the foam roller, that would certainly work. A book can definitely help too if you get your hips elevated. You can actually manually work your foot up, right? And it doesn't need to do anything other than stay square, right, to the front. And you want to be able to do it and keep your sits bone down, both sides, right, evenly rooting down. So if you can't do that, keep adjusting your leg, or if you can't even there, you want to sit up on something. It'll definitely help. But once you find a place where you can rest that top leg, even if the knee is elevated, you've got the knee to work down towards the ground. We'll inhale, lengthen up towards the sky, and then exhale, start to walk yourself forward. And for some of you, like me, It may simply just be continuing to get this left knee to soften down. And whichever side, the lifted knee would be the point. I should just start, or stop cueing sides rather, from here on out. Good. And it's your breath again like the beginning. You're still the waves coming in and going back out. Good. Walk yourself back in with an inhale breath. And maybe shake the leg out a little bit. We'll switch your legs. So tuck that first side under and then bring the second side over. How'd that work? Is that a little easier to figure out? Cool. And then again, sit up tall, right? Sits bones both rooting down. Find that place. And again, you know your adjusts here. But when you can, sit up tall. And then exhale, come forward. Just trying to stay square, and then once you're square, you start to pursue depth. One of the beautiful things about yoga is that we are all not at the same place. And if we were, all of the postures would look the same. And that's not so much to celebrate. But the beauty is the different shapes, the different ways, the different thoughts and ideas, which we all express, and we express to our own fullest potential. Inhale, come on back in. When we're cultivating positive rhythms in our lives, shake out your legs. Good. You're going to swivel back around to your mat. We have a little time left here, so lower all the way down. We'll take a bridge pose. Now, if you want full wheel, you can take it, but I'm not going to cue it today because of where we are in the sequence. Set your hands outside your hips. Bring your feet to hip width distance apart. Press your hips up high as you scoop your tailbone away. Now lift your heart up a little bit higher. You can soften your shoulder blades together. Maybe even interlace your fingers behind your back. And feel the inhale breath, the wave coming in as it brings your sternum towards your chin. But make sure the exhale takes your sternum, or your chin rather, away from your sternum. Good. One more breath in for length. Lift a little higher, then exhale, Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together. Bring one hand to your heart, the other one to your belly. If your legs have trouble surrendering, maybe press the soles of your feet together to activate your adductors. And then let them soften and see if you can find a deeper range of motion. How's your breath? Good. Gently flutter your eyes open. Release your hands outside your thighs and close your knees like a book. Hug both knees into your chest. Maybe massage out your low back. And then we'll take figure four pose. So set your right leg down. Bring your left ankle to your right thigh. And then pull your knees in. So real important here. Your head and neck is relaxed. If you're like cranking your head and neck up off the ground like this and you're not comfortable, you just need to change your grip and lower down a little bit. You'll get there. It's all good. You want your sits bones down here. Now you could leverage into your up knee that, with your available hand. Does that deepen sensation? Your grip could be behind the thigh. It could be all the way to the shin with both hands, but it doesn't have to be. Let your sensation be your guide. Good. One more breath in. And And then exhale, set your feet down just for a reset, bridge pose, lift up. And then exhale, come on back down. Second side, plant your left leg, bring your right heel to your left thigh. And then same thing, but don't be surprised if this side feels different. It's okay. Now you'll flex your toes on both feet to protect your knees. And don't forget to ground down your sacrum here. Like sometimes you just get lost in what's happening in your hips. Something new with each breath. As with every breath in class. One more breath in for length. And then exhale, return. Both knees in, reset, and then one final twist. It'll be gentle, feet to the outer mat width distance of your space. Breath in and let your knees fall over to the left as you reach back to the right. Again, the breath passing through you, try to make sure that nothing in your body, no muscles get in its way. When they are relaxed, the breath can flow freely. Inhale slowly back through center, and then exhale, let them fall opposite. Again, maybe each exhale they fall a little deeper. Good. Inhale, come back through center. Both knees in. You'll take one final squeeze here, your deepest compression of class. And with your exhale breath, release into your Shavasana. Legs out long. Arms out wide, take up space, close your eyes or soften your gaze down. Still notice the breath as it flows through you, but let it be at your natural rhythm. No longer taking control of your breath. But now shift your focus to tuning into the force of gravity. As it pulls your soft tissue away from your bones. It frees you from fear and tension and greed and doubt, shame. It pulls anything which doesn't serve you into the floor beneath you. Your eyes grow heavy and soften back. And your tongue melts away from the roof of your mouth. Until all that you are is the rise and fall of your breath and the rise and fall of the tide in your ocean. Yogi, such a pleasure to be with you today. I'm going to leave you in Shavasana, so stay as long as you like. But as always, thank you for showing up on your mat, sharing your energy with class, and most importantly, for showing up in your life every day. Inhale, thumbs to third eye center, The love in me honors and acknowledges the love within each of you. Namaste. I love you. Thanks for hanging out. Let me know how I can improve. I want to know. Oh, hello, 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 hello.